Everyone, welcome to Learning Academy Foundation from Mr. Andrea. Today I would like to show you the program about English for grade 6. The first section will be about spelling, where the students will discover how to spell words that contain silent letters and unstressed vowels. They will learn how the letters OUGH are pronounced differently depending on the word they are in, which words we use which. They will find out how the shoes sound is used for descriptive words and can be spelled two ways, C-I-O-U-S and T-I-O-U-S. They will see that the shun sound at the end of a word can be spelled in different ways. So they will find out about words ending in T-I-O-N, C-I-A-N, C-S-I-O-N, and S-S-I-O-N. Finally, they will be ready for LAF spelling quiz. So they will have a go and see if they can get a top score. Finally, the next section will be about suffixes, where the students will find out how listening to the stress of the final syllable can help when adding suffixes to words. Then the next section will be about punctuation, where the students will find out how a semicolon can replace a full stop between two sentences that share a theme, and how to use hyphens to connect words and dishes to punctuate sentences. They will explore how an ellipsis or three dots can be used to create suspense, show words are missing, or show a trailing of foot. And also, they will see when can they use bullet points to break up information to make it easier to read. Next, we'll also learn how to use brackets to add extra information to the writing, and how to use brackets, dashes, and commas correctly when showing parentheses in the writing. The next section will be about grammar, where the students will learn how to use verbs to form the past, present, and future tense. How do we learn to make sure the subject of a sentence matches the verb correctly? They will see that pronouns take place of nouns in a sentence. Examples are him, her, and them. And also that an adverb tells them how something happens, like quickly and slowly. Students will also see when the subject of a sentence isn't active, the verb is passive. If you want to make a sentence active, the subject of the sentence should be doing something. And they will find out how modal verbs can be used in their writing. Still about grammar, the students will see that the preposition is a word that tells them where or when something is in relation to something else, like after, before, or on. That a subordinate conjunction joins two ideas or clauses in a sentence. That conjunctions are joining words. Coordinating conjunctions join groups of words about similar things. And also that a relative clause starts with a relative pronoun, who, that, which, was, where, when, and is often added to a sentence to define a noun. Students will also see expanded noun phrases, tell them more about the noun, so the reader will have more information. And what are fronted adverbials? When can they use them to replace adverbials? The next section will be about sentences, where the students will learn about simple, compound, and complex sentences and writing in more detail. And they will also see a number of sentences grouped together are called the paragraphs. They are usually about one idea or theme. After sentences, the next section will be about dictionaries, using the dictionary, where the students will revise what alphabetical order is and understand how to use a dictionary. Next, the section will be comprehension, where the students will see that inference is when they read between the lines and look for clues in a story. They will find out how to share their thoughts and feelings about a book and give reasons for their opinions, and how to use social and historical context to understand more about a text. And finally, they will learn how to use context to make predictions. The next section will be about creative writing, where the students will learn how to identify themes in a wide range of stories, and they will find out why it's important to check their work for errors. Next section will be about language, where the students will see the synonyms are words with the same meaning. Antonyms are words that mean the opposite, so they will find out more, and they will also learn how to use figurative language such as hyperboles, similes, and metaphors effectively. The next section will be about speaking and listening, where the students will learn how to prepare for a debate as well as how to present information effectively. The next section will be about non-fiction, where the students will learn how to understand the techniques used in persuasive writing, how to write an effective speech. They will discover how to use the features of diary writing in their own work, and how to edit and redraft their writing to improve its quality and make it more accurate. Finally, they will explore how to use the correct format when writing a formal letter. After nonfiction, the next section will be fiction. The students will see that myths are created by early civilizations to make sense of the world around them. Find out how the stories of the Banshee vary between different locations. Then we see that Robin Hood is a legend, as some of the characters in the story are based on people who did once exist, but parts of the story have been expanded. And finally, they will see that myths are magical texts with hidden meaning, like the Fountain of Youth. After fiction, the next section will be about poems, where the students will see the first, second, and fifth lines of a limerick rhyme, and the same goes for the third and fourth lines. Explore how to use figurative language when writing poetry. And finally, they will learn about the language and subjects used in poetry, as well as practicing performing a poem. The last section will be about plays, where the students will learn how to analyze Shakespeare's The Tempest with videos and activities, and Twelfth Night. That's all about English for grade 6. You can find my contacts below in the slides or in the description. You can contact me if you want to have private lessons. It can be online or on site, depends on where you want to have lessons. Thank you so much for your attention, students and parents. See you next. Bye.